Fun fact, our body has an average of 37 trillion cells all over, all right? And all of them depend on cholesterol. Now, as you know, when we say the word cholesterol, you know what? People obviously we turn to the negative part of it, right? Like stroke and heart attack and stuff like this. But before cholesterol becomes a problem, it has such an important role to play in our body. And you guys all know that I love analogies, and I'm going to use one for this video as well. Now we're going to kind of imagine that all of those 37 trillion cells are going to be like little houses. As you know, every single house needs a wall that is strong enough to protect what's inside, right? But then needs to be flexible enough to let things go in and out. In biology, actually, those walls in your house, all right, they are called cell membranes. Behind the walls, you have the cholesterol. So cholesterol actually sits inside of these walls and it acts like a stabilizer. And then in your house, you have the doors and the windows. So the cells are semi-permeable. I don't know if I'm pronouncing this properly. Listen, I'm French, so sometimes my pronunciation is not good. I'll just write it down here. It contains special protein channels that act like security doors. So they allow vital nutrients to get into the cells as they are blocking the harmful toxins. So those security doors, the proteins, they are actually complex protein molecules that tunnel through the membrane, and they act as automated gates, specifically recognizing and pumping nutrients inside while flushing all the waste out. Now, to do this, you need a mortar to keep those walls nice and, not too frigid, but just flexible. And this is where the cholesterol comes in, because the cholesterol sits quietly inside the membrane's wall. Its job is to keep the wall fluid and stable so that the protein, the doors, stay securely anchored and shaped correctly to do their job. So that's what cholesterol does. So without the cholesterol, your cells would actually become way too fragile or too stiff to actually, for your cells to be functioning properly. So that's why cholesterol is really important for all of your cells throughout your body. Isn't that awesome? So yes, without cholesterol, your wall would actually turn either liquid when it's too hot or freeze solid when it's too cold, causing the protein door to actually warp, break, or fall out entirely. So that's why cholesterol is so important throughout your whole body. In other words, cholesterol, it's not just floating around in your blood. It's actually helping hold you together at the microscopic level. You know what? Without cholesterol, life would not even be possible. We need cholesterol in our body. So the next video, actually, we're going to talk about cholesterol and hormones. So that's going to be interesting as well. All right. So I hope this clarified a few things and kind of made you understand a little bit more about cholesterol and how useful it is. But yes, we're going to get there. All right. Because it can also be harmful. But I just wanted to take the time to actually explain what it does, because cholesterol is needed into your cells. So this is, kind of a start on this whole series. We're going to get into a little bit more. The next one actually is going to touch base on cholesterol and your hormones. So that's going to be a very interesting one. All right. So I know you've got this. Till the next one. Doodoo.